I can thank God you are my father. Look at your punk ass. What are you even saying? Can you hear how stupid you sound? Don't look so shocked in there, Marty. As far as I'm concerned, you can both go to hell. That's right. Go to hell, both of you.
Theo, don't you... Carlos, do you think we'll start telling people lies about us? I won't be able to clean this out myself, Theo. Theo!
It's been over 3 hours since Carlos stormed out the house. Theo and Maria are in separate rooms. Theo in the den, Maria in the kitchen. Maria is pondering how she can convince Theo to call the police. Theo is wondering who to call for help as he is afraid with the abuse of the position through favors to help Carlos. He can't ask for any more. Theo is worried that Carlos may need medical attention and knows that the police are involved. He may be arrested for rape. Maria is very upset, not just over the fact that Carlos is missing, but she is also worried that with her position as principal may be in jeopardy, or that Carlos will slander the both of them. This enforces her belief that Carlos should face the law. Theo is pacing the floor in the den with his book in hand. The grandfather clock can be heard chiming. Theo has his cell phone on his desk and every now and then stops to glance at it, as if contemplating calling the police as ordered by Maria. He picks up the phone. Just then, Maria storms in.
If you're not going to call the police, then what do you plan to do? You saw how upset he was when he ran out of here. You heard what he said. The laugh when he was doing mocking us? And you know what? He was in our room, Theo. He broke into our locked file cabinet. He took out files. All our records are scattered on the floor.
You act like you're surprised. I told you to keep those files out of the house. I told you not to agitate him no matter what. I knew he had been acting strange. Think about the shock he's going through. I think I could pull some strings down it. No, that won't work. Marty, I need to be alone for a while. I have to think. Let me think. We wouldn't be in this position right now if you had held your tongue. I asked you over and over to calm down. Now let me think.
No, you are not putting this one on me.
Then who? Me? I'm at fault for this? How? Because I appreciate what God has blessed us with? A son? You think I'm trying to be his friend? Well, yeah, maybe I am, but he needs to know how much we love him. I never had that growing up. Don't tell me that this was caused by me because I care so much about him. Every time he gets into trouble, you blow it way out of proportion. If he would just learn to handle things rationally, every single time he makes a mistake, you want to put him away. Did you even want him in the first place?
Theo, stop acting like a martyr. You know Carlos has issues. This has nothing to do with love. It is common sense. I see him unraveling while you are off somewhere in the latest great novel. I begged you to let me get him help. He stole a car last year.
You call slipping him away secretly help? You are worried about what others say about us. It doesn't matter. As far as that car, Marty, come on. We both know it was Marcus who talked him into it. You know Marcus is not wrapped too tight. Yeah, I know your next words will be, why didn't I tell him to stay away from Marcus? You can't choose your son's friends, Marty. Think of what they would say about him in school if Mommy and Daddy picked out play dates for a 16-year-old. That's neither here nor there. Give me a moment and let me think. This can and it will be fixed.
Think? You go on and think. What are you going to do? Nothing as usual. Look at you. You still have your book in your hand. Go on. Get into it. Let the world around you fade away. This is unbelievable. I'm going to call Marcus again. I know that's where Carlos is. That is why he's not picking up his phone. He better not slander us after all we've done for him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Call Marcus. Don't call the police. Let's figure this out first. God, do you think he was serious when he said he had sex with that girl?
Theo, will you stop? That girl was raped. Carlos admitted to raping her.
No. He admitted to having sex with her. Consensual sex. Yeah, he said it in, well, a colorful way, but he never once said he forced her. You know we can get a great defense.
Okay, Theo. I know what this is. Listen to me. I am calm. Just hear me out. I love Carlos just as much as you do, and I am worried. I am worried about his health. I am worried about people, about what people are going to say, what are going to hear about this. Theo, they may even blame us. They always blame the parents. Listen, you have got to face the facts. He hurt a girl, a white girl. He is out there sick. He could be running his mouth and we are hiding in this out sitting in our hands when we have to do the right thing? Theo.
We're not hiding, we're planning. You won't convince me to call the police, so stop trying. I will figure something out. Just give it a second. I need to think. This isn't how it was supposed to be. We got married, we wanted a child, I wanted to be there for him. I wanted him to have what I never had. A real father, and I failed.
Theo, you need to think about your position in City Hall. You're going to risk. You have to call the police now. They can pick him up before he gets home. No one will see anything. You can fix it from there. I mean, he could be out there doing us damage. Call the police and then we will discuss how to rescue him for real this time. Now, no moving schools, no covering up. This is our chance to be a real father. Make the call.
The grandfather clock starts to chime and then abruptly stops. The sound of it crashing and the foyer shattering. Once the clock hits the floor, Maria and Theo run out of the den to see Carlos in the foyer destroying everything.
Son, Carlos, what are you doing? Oh my God, stop. Stop it right now. Marty, Carlos, please, calm down. Your health.
Theo, come on. He's not going to listen to you.
Son.
You don't get to call me that anymore. Don't ever call me that again. I knew I have known since, before the party. I knew, but I had no idea about it. Why did you lie to me?
Your mother didn't know. Talk to me. I hid it from everyone. I wanted to know for sure so I could handle it. Yes, I should have told you, but I wanted to protect you. We both do. Your mother...
She is not my mother. Hell, she doesn't even like me.
That's not true, Carlos. That's not true.
Really, Marty? It's not true? What are you scared of, huh? When I got kicked out of the last school, you covered your tracks quick and fast and in a hurry. You had to make sure that you would look for good work for yourself. Your job. That is all you care about.
You shut your mouth with that. I cook, I clean, I keep everything together just for you. Don't you tell me about caring. You are the liability here, not us.
Marty, that's not right. It's not right. Look at us. This whole family is a sham. We're falling apart. What is going on here?
What? It's true, Carlos. You are an ungrateful, spoiled brat, a liability. You are the one who has never shown any gratitude for anything we have done for you. We risked our careers for you.
Liability? Gratitude? Yeah, let's see. I am grateful because the so-called man who raised me is a fraud. Yeah, a fraud. You can dictate what to do with everyone's life in City Hall, but you can't even run your own home. You hide constantly in your den. Maria, you shout orders inside and are so worried about what they think of you on the outside. You are a fraud too. You don't have control over your own school. Yeah, I hear people talking. You are a fraud too. And how long until you both decided to stop being cowards, huh? When were you going to tell me I was adopted? I may have had a chance with this sickness, but basically because you were so worried about who knows what, you destroyed any chance for me to beat this. You killed me. Just understand that. What the fuck am I to be grateful for, huh? Tell me.
I don't care how much you're hurting right now. Don't you come in my house speaking to me like...
Your house? That's right, your house. Not Theo's, surely not mine, your house. Your house of dungeons complete with not one, but 2 chairs of punishment. In all this time, my whole life, I've only been the only one to sit in those chairs. As punishment. I may be dying, but you two are the ones that are sick.
Carlos, I know that you're hurt, son.
I am not your son. Thank God. Thank God I am not your blood. Thank God, because I don't ever want to be anything like you. I don't even want to be near you.
Carlos almost falls over the grandfather clock. He smashes to the floor.
Just hear us out. Let's all calm down. And Carlos, you're staggering.
You still don't get it. You are such a wimp. Man, oh man, you are such a wimp. Let's calm down. Let's talk about it. Peace and love.
Theo, call the police. I don't know what else to get to him, to get through him.
Oh, you don't know how? Don't you know how to reach your son?
Shut the fuck up, Carlos, right now. Shut the fuck up. Who the hell do you think you are? Let me tell you something. You want to know everything? Fine. Your crackhead mother tried to kill you.
Theo!
Marty, back it up right now. In fact, call the police. I'm sick of all this shit. We raised you since you were a baby. We took care of you. Your biological parents didn't want you. That's right, they didn't want you. They threw you away in the trash when you were 5 days old. The trash to die. But you know what I did? I defended them in court. They tried to kill you, I defended them. My first case. I should have known it would have all turned to shit.
Here we go with the self-righteous bullshit.
I tried to get the help for them, and you know what they did? They skipped town. You think I didn't sit back and think about it all the time? You don't think I'm ripping my heart out trying to figure out not just how to save your life, but how to save you? What thanks do I get? A bitter asshole who thinks he's entitled to everything. Well, you're not. Maybe we did make a mistake. Maybe we should have chosen another child. Look at you. You can't even stand up straight, as sick as you are. Marty, I said call the police. How many times do I have to tell you?
It's early, Theo, the neighbors.
You were gung-ho a couple of minutes ago to call the police. Now you're worried about the neighbors? What in the hell is wrong with you? Pick up the phone and call the police right now, Maria. Now. Call them. Now, 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 now.
Maria climbs over the debris in the foyer and heads towards the phone. She passes the landline and goes for Theo's cell phone in the den, but turns around and comes back to the foyer and stops.
All this hate and disgust. Look at you, too weak to stand up. You are so ungrateful. You need to be thankful for it.
I don't owe you shit.
Wham! Theo punches Carlos right in the face with such force, Carlos falls back.
Get out! Get out of here right now before I do something that...
Theo, stop, Dios mío.
Maria, don't say shit to me until you do what I told you to do. Call the police. I am not going to tell you again. Get on that phone and call the police before I rip this idiot apart. I did everything for you. Everything, you ungrateful...
Maria runs and goes into the den and grabs Theo's cell phone. Carlos stumbles to his feet and stands to face Theo. Without saying a word, Theo and Carlos are staring each other down. Carlos is realizing that Theo is not flinching, and tears slowly start to stream down his face. Maria comes back with the cell phone.
You do it. You make the call, Theo. Be a father to your son. You call the police and make this right.
And you, if you ever tell me what to do again in my own house, I will get back. Get away from me.
Okay, I just wanted to know for sure.
Why do you do this to us? Why do you do this to us? Didn't we give you everything?
Marty, let it go. I told you to get back. Get out of here now.
No, Theo. Theo, help him.
You did this. I don't want to die.
With that, he passes out. Maria runs to hold Carlos. Theo turns his back in disgust.
Theo, look at me, please. He needs help. Oh my God. Please, I'm scared. Call 911. We will worry about the police later. Call 911. We need help.
What about the neighbors, Maria? What about your reputation, Maria?
Theo, don't speak to me like that, Theo. Please, call.
We need help. Help that is too late in coming. I made the calls. Yes, I called the ambulance, and now I will call Detective Baker. We will get him help. And once he is okay, once I'm absolutely sure he is okay, I will be leaving. This is not a home. I hate my job. This marriage is lopsided. I can't do it anymore. This home we worked so hard for, it is nothing but a bunch of caves hiding lie after lie after lie. I can't live like this anymore.
He grabs his keys and his book and steps over the ruckus and steps out onto the stoop to wait for the ambulance. 6 weeks later, Carlos is home from the hospital. Maria has been waiting on Carlos hand and foot. Theo has been working hard putting together a defense for Carlos by making phone calls and asking favors. Maria and Theo make certain that they are not in the same room, and when they see each other, they hardly speak. It is early afternoon, July 4th. Theo walks into the foyer, which is still empty of furniture, as nothing was replaced after Carlos destroyed everything in it. The bronze cross is still on the wall. Theo looks out the window, and his hand is a weathered book of Things Fall Apart. Maria walks cautiously into the foyer, mustering up the courage. She tries to speak as if everything is back to normal.
He's getting stronger by the day. It's a shame about his birth mother. We aren't a match. I just pray that something happens soon. How is it going with the defense?
Well, the case is pretty much falling apart. The girl's credibility is shot, especially after what happened last week.
Yeah, they are thinking about it at work. You would think if she was assaulted, she wouldn't have found herself in that position again. Another party, another assault. I don't understand. Now she's after Marcus.
There is a sound at the top of the stairs. It's Carlos. Theo and Maria turn to look. Maria smiles. Theo turns and continues to look out the window.
Can I talk to you guys? I mean, really talk? We haven't really spoken since.
Since you let it be known how you really feel about us?
Okay, I deserve that. But we all said some things. I want to talk. I just want some answers, that's all. Can I get some answers?
We don't owe you any answers. Your mother's been taking care of you. I've been working to help your case. Let's just leave it at that for now.
We do owe him, Theo. Let's go into the dining room and have a nice lunch. Then we can have a civilized conversation.
Stop controlling everything, Maria.
I promise, I am not trying to. I'm sorry. Let's just be civil, please.
Nothing in this house is civil. We should be outside. Why are we always stuck in this house?
I just want to talk. For once in this family, can we please sit down and talk?
Okay, let's talk.
Carlo comes down the stairs. He has regained his strength, but is still taking it slow. There is silence for about 3 minutes. Everyone is looking all around.
I want to start with a question.
We were trying to protect you. That's why we never...
Theo, let him ask the question. Go ahead, Carlos.
Maria, stop controlling.
Guys, please. Not now. I've been doing some thinking. I was mad. I've been mad for a long time. I think I understand it all now. You know, when you are really sick, things have a strange way of becoming clear.
Carlos, we aren't going to let anything happen to you, right, Theo? Theo?
That's what we're working on.
The chairs, the clock, all that was in this area here, the stuff I destroyed. Where did it come from? I always noticed it would never really fit with the other stuff that is in the house. I mean, this house is like a museum or like something you would see on TV when they show what rich people had. But the stuff that was in here was cheap compared to the rest of our stuff. Where did you get it? And why did you keep it in here in the foyer where people can see it as soon as they walk in? Seems to me you would want to have something really nice that fit in with the rest of the house too. You know, show off or something. You can't answer questions about furniture. Guys, please, I'm asking for answers. This is important to me.
Why? Why do you care about some old furniture? I mean, you destroyed it, I mean.
It was yours from your grandmother, your biological grandmother before she passed away. She wanted you to have something from your biological family.
We just didn't know where to put it. You know, we had just bought all this new.
Maria, stop.
Carlos laughing uncontrollably. Maria and Theo look at each other and then at Carlos.
And you kept it in the front room, the foyer, to show off the great deed you had done adopting me. And just in case it didn't work out, it is by the front door, easy to get rid of, right? You made certain that nothing else in this house, not one single thing in this house, had anything to do with the stuff that was in the foyer. It stuck out like...
No, you have it all wrong. I didn't know where to put it. I mean, we could have thrown it away. It was yours, but it didn't fit into how I wanted the decor of the house to be. This was the perfect place.
You two just don't get it, do you?
Carlos, I'm telling you now, I'm not going to get into any more arguments with you. You have been so ungrateful. We have done everything for you. Everything. Now you want to whine about some ugly furniture that you destroyed? Is that what you wanted to ask us?
Forget it. I see I can't talk to you two. I mean, come on. If this is for me...
No, don't talk like that. We're working on it. Everyone is pulling together on this.
Carlos starts back upstairs.
Wait, Carlos. Please, Theodore, let's talk. What harm can he do? You're almost packed up. What harm can he do? Let's just talk.
Sure, why not? Let's go to the dining room and have a nice family chat on this beautiful day. Why not?
Carlos, go ahead. Just speak your mind. Nothing can get any worse.
You used a part of me to punish me. Do you understand that? Used my inheritance. What little bit I had. No matter how ugly or cheap, it belonged to me. By someone who loved me. And you used it to punish me. You remember during the blow-up, I told you about the funny question I was asked?
Yes, I do. Who asked you a funny question? Who was asking about us?
My God, Maria, you just don't stop.
He asked me why my parents didn't sign me up for driver's ed. I'm 16, and I shouldn't let sickle cell get in the way of learning how to drive. He said his cousin's sister-in-law had a friend who hung out with my dad growing up in Crown Heights. He said my dad had sickle cell, and his parents let him drive at 16. So what happened? When I told him my dad grew up in Ohio, he clammed up. I knew he was hiding something. So yeah, I started digging. When I found out, I was going to ask, not to start trouble, but to get my driver's license. I may have wanted to know about my real parents at some point, but I looked at you two like you were my real parents, and I felt sorry for you.
You did know for those couple of days? Maria said she figured you had gone through her files and found the birth certificate.
I have known for a long time. The birth certificate was to get my driver's license.
That must have been awful. I wish you would have.
You could have come to us. We would have.
Ha ha ha, would have? Dad would have made some calls and pulled some strings to cover up everything. Mom, you would have scurried to the phone to make sure no one knew our business. So, I guess the real question I want to ask, did you ever love me? I mean, did you ever want me? Did you adopt me? And did you think you made a mistake?
No, son. We love you. We really do. I wanted you to have everything I never had. You know, I didn't have a father growing up. I mean, he was around when I was younger, but he was abusive to all of us. Me, your aunts, uncles, and Grandma Washington. He left and I grew up without one. I promised myself I would never hit my kid, and I would always give him everything he wanted.
What you gave me was TVs and Xboxes, phone calls to get me out of trouble, but I never felt like I was yours. I felt like because of this illness, you were afraid to do anything, so afraid to be my father.
But you have the best of everything. It costs money, you know? Your father works hard.
And you, Mom, all you know how to do is yell and bark orders. But when people are around, you put on the show. You are so worried about what people think. I know you want to fire Mr. Kincaid now, don't you?
No, not for this. No.
So, is this the news and the fact that we hid it from you? This is why you were acting out? When you blew up at us, you acted like it was the first time you had heard you were
Adopted?
Yes.
It was the first time I heard you speak on it. You two are so busy working to cover everything up. You keep so many secrets. It does weigh on me.
I am sorry I did what I did to you. I know I am. I can be tough. I just want you to grow up to be something. And I felt like I wasn't getting any help raising you. Nothing against your father, but well.
No, speak, Mom. Speak your mind. Dad has already made up his mind to leave us.
Oh my God, I worked so hard not to be like him, my father. I'm doing what he did, running when it gets tough.
You always run, usually into your book. Now this time you wanted to leave for good.
I don't want to die, Mom, Dad. I really don't want to die. And the stuff I said about Kayla, that's the white girl from the party. You didn't even know her name. It's Kayla. The stuff I said about Kayla, I said to hurt you because I was scared.
We're going to help you if it's the last thing we do. I can't pretend there isn't a big problem here with this family.
Therapy?
Now that's an idea.
But what about all the trouble before you knew anything? The trouble with school and the stolen car? And not to anger you, but you were ungrateful to us, Carlo.
Mom, I have an illness that scares me. An illness that when I have questions, I have to find the answers off the internet. Dad is in his space. You are in your space. It's a big house. I guess I was doing those things because I felt like, well, I didn't feel like you two were grateful. You're always telling me how ungrateful I am, but you two have a son that you don't seem to be grateful to have. So I acted up. I wanted to have you two hopping to keep my family reputation spotless. Ha ha ha, it was wrong. I'm sorry. But I will say this, and it is not the sickness talking. This is me. I do love you, and I appreciate everything you have and are doing for me.
I love you too, son. And I'm going to step up as a father, even if I'm not in this house.
Last time, I think I will take control. Thea, before you go running off somewhere, let us save our baby and then let's get some therapy. If we can survive this.
The neighbors?
The hell with them.
Now you gangster.
Yes.